はい、HataQです。キングダムズ・オブ・アマラー、続きをやっていきましょう。
And so you have come, whether to aid the house or rain punishment on the Tuatha, I do not know. That you are here is enough. To assuage your confusion, I am Bizarrain, king of the house. During your trials, I will observe and communicate to you through this medium. What you do is of no concern to me. What I hope to evaluate is what you are, to know how you might best help the house. I have locked the way behind you. The way forward is your only path out of these halls. I can tell you no more, other than that.
なんだ、この弾偉そうだな。まあ基本的には一点攻撃だよね。いくら食らっててもね、結局はやっぱりね、数べらしなのよ。数やるとね、攻撃すらいけなくなっちゃうからね。だからもう力任せにね、とにかくね、ガンガン攻撃してて、で体力はもうポーションガブ飲みっていう戦い方がまあそうなっちゃうのかなっていう感じだよね。かわして華麗にっていうのはね、最初のエリアだけかもしんないね。それ以降はやっぱちょっとシステム的に無理かな。不備がありすぎるかな。だからあとはなんかちょっと武器一応作れたりとかいろいろなんかサルベージとか言って武器から分解してあれなんだよね。いいなんか材料みたいの取り出せんだよね。それでさらに強い武器作るみたいなことができるらしいので、そのあたりでやってみて、すんげえ自分を強くして俺強え状態で楽しむとか、そんなような感じになっちゃうんじゃないかな。アクションで回避して華麗に戦えっていう風にはちょっとならない。残念だけど。
I do not know. The midden, it has been sullied. We've never feared such assaults until recently. Wait, what was that? It is here.
おお、来たね。さあ、いなくなっちゃった。やばいよね、これ時間かかるから呼び出せないんだよ。いないとも。あとね、最大の欠点はね、攻撃までのね、タイミングが遅すぎんだよね。ノーマルの攻撃ですらね、ちょっと遅すぎんだよ、本当に。ちょんと叩いてから出るまでのね、時間の一発目が初動が遅いからね。ものすごく入り込めないんだよね。あとこのホーミングだよね。やっぱモーション上げた時に軸ずらしてるんだけどさ、こっちにも落としちゃうんだよね。これがまたね、アクション性を殺しちゃってるね、最大の原因なんだよね。モーション始まったらもうそこをめがけて攻撃するんだからね、軸点変えちゃダメなんだよね。わざわざインファイトでおとりで内側切りに行ってるからさ、それを塞げられちゃうともう何のために動いたんだっていう話になっちゃうんだよね。で動かない方がいいじゃんっていう結論に達しちゃうのよ。だから自分で自分のシステムで自分の首絞めてんだよね、面白さの。
And so you have completed your first trial. Your actions spoke volumes, but your reactions are just as pertinent. You killed the creature that was chasing that woman. Why? Did she? What did you know of her plight? Of why the beast pursued her so? Perhaps her persecution was a just one. Do not ignore subtleties. When is a Fae a Tuatha, and when is one a child of winter? That answer might save a life or end it.
Ahead, you will find another trial. A Fae of Sorrows, succumbing to an agonizing poison. In need of aid, no doubt, but deserving of his fate? We shall see.
またですか。しかもこのドリルのやつが弱いしな。くるくる回転が。もう一ついけないのがね、ブロックが強すぎる。ガードしてりゃね、なんとかなっちゃうのよ。これもね、避ける面白さ殺しちゃってる理由だとは思うよ。ほんと自分で自分を指定してんだよね、これね、システム全体が。なんでこんな選択をしたのかちょっとほんとわからないんだよな。作っちゃったシステム載せちゃったから切るに切れなくなったっていう感じもするけどね。もったいなくて邪魔だと分かってても。青押しちゃった。間違えちゃった。
So, you spared the sword. I wonder, was it some sense of honor that stayed your blade, or something crueler? And so you demonstrated kindness by allowing the poison to burn him into nothingness. I am not heartened by such a contempt of mercy. But my enemies will not value your compassion. Death means little to the Tuatha, for they are soon reborn again. Now, let us complete this trial.
おお、出てきたね。こんなもんか。ここは何もない。ここはなんだあれ、生えてるだけか。あとこの先ね。で、戦いになるとあいつがいなくなってんだよな。これもな、ずっと出ててほしいんだよな。
You have reached this chamber at last. The time of trial is over. No more apparitions, no more questions.
The House of Sorrows has always held a precarious position in this world, and now we hold on to it by the tips of our fingers. You think you have broken the Tuatha's grip on Cluracan. You have not. Even now, the Winter Fae and the House of Sorrows are subject to their malice. The House of Sorrows has always existed to preserve and maintain the oldest traditions of winter. We are the essence of these Fae lands.
The house holds an authority among the Fae that the Tuatha have always coveted. Now, they finally seek to claim that power for their own. We must conclude your trial. Ready your weapon. You are to strike me down. Nor could you have fought me if you had chosen to do so. What you see before you is but an apparition.
で何こいつは幻影だっていうの
Now that
こ
your
いつは本物
trial has concluded, come with me. The Tuatha have yet to break down our doors, but I would not put that past them. The house is poised to collapse from the Tuatha's dissension and destruction, and I need one to help us. Then welcome to our ranks, mortal. The Hearthstone I gave you at the start of the trials will now reflect your affinity with us.
Come, join me at the House of Sorrows. I will show you a world stranger than you have ever seen. If we are to discuss the plight of the house, I will do so at its heart. Come, meet me in the main hall of the House of Sorrows, and we will speak more.
To your kind, it is a celebration of war. But before your mortal corpses were hung there by Tuatha, it was the emblem of our house's duty. The most reverent corpses were placed not in the midden, but hung upon those boughs to show all of nature that we still revere our essence of decay. But like all things in these lands, the tree has been defiled by war. Saturnin took our greatest symbol and turned it to filth. The Prince of Sorrows once, but now no longer. He wages a war against the Tuatha with little support but his own strength. Perhaps that is enough for him, but the only thing he will weaken is the house's morale. He is the agent of the Tuatha, and though he bears their allegiance, his appearance is that of a winter fae. I am certain of it. I know little of him, but of me and my house, his knowledge is wide and deep. With every action, he reveals that he is merely toying with us. He is not a type of foe I am familiar with, for he does not attack outright. Instead, he instills fear and despair. The Fa'Kelidae they call themselves. The Faithful. They take the Fae of Winter and craft them into an army. But they know little of true devotion. My summer brethren embody the growth and progression of nature. As such, establishing the summer realms came easy to them. But the winter fae bear the burden of regression and decay in their essence. Left alone, they would never be able to overcome such a weight. They could never unite. The house's founder, the Weeping King, took on their sorrows and freed them. We carry the burden inherent in the winter fae, so they can achieve greatness. The Midden is the cradle in which our race of winter was fostered. It is a place of rot, of decay, a place where the House of Sorrows holds reign. The House of Sorrows made a pact with the Tuatha. They would not interfere with us if we did not interfere with their war with the Alfar. Of course, the Tuatha did not trust us, so they insisted that a new king be appointed to the house, one agreeable to both parties. In the end, I was the one chosen. I was to be king, but in answering that call, I have been labeled a traitor by many within the house.
でどうしろと。アクティブなクエスト、まあ要はここ入れってことですか。でやつを止めろって感じか。一人人がいるな。これはもしかしたら敵のいる場所じゃないのかな。ここに発注者いるな。これは受けないわけいかないな、室内だと。
Mortal, there is something that requires the attention of one of your kind. You have been to the Midden, yes? The sacred ground being desecrated by the corpses of your kind? The nature of my request is not something the Midden needs. but something the Midden should do without. The corpses of your brethren have been thrown into the Midden as a declaration of hostility by the Tuatha. But they do more than signify a point. Their corruption and rot have drawn an ancient Lianshi Mithra from slumber. She gluts herself on the bodies and will further corrupt the Midden if unchecked. You cannot hope to solve the problem with a simple application of violence. Liathra is old, and she is wise to obvious attacks on her. Searching will yield no quarry, so you must be cunning. If we cannot find her in the Midden, we can force her to return to her den beneath the house. Find fresh corpses, the ones Mithra prefers to eat, and cremate them. With no food to scavenge, she will return to her den. Then you can kill her. With great difficulty. She is clever, and hides well when any come hunting for her. To search for her outright would be folly. But with some cunning, we can force her to appear. Mithra prefers fresh corpses. Destroy those, and she would likely return to her den to wait for more. Locate any fresh corpses you can find, and cremate them. Without food, she will stop scavenging and return to her den. The gallows tree is the silent sentinel of the Midden, demonstrating how life grows out of death. It justifies our existence, defines it. It is a symbol not only of the House of Sorrows, but of the Winter Fae. To bear one's corpse upon it was a sacred rite, until the Tuatha defiled it with mortal remains. If there was anyone meant to bear the title King of Sorrows, it was him. Had we not succumbed to the Tuatha's bargaining, he would have been king. Instead, we turned our backs on him. I have nothing more to say about him other than history will know him as the victor. It is from these halls that we of the house safeguard the oldest traditions of winter. It must be shown due reverence. It was a gift of the earth to commemorate the rot and decomposition of the Fae. Then the Tuatha sullied it with the corpses of their prisoners. Mortals do not decay like Fae do. Mortals putrefy and corrupt. The Midden and the House now feel this grisly taint. She is an ancient and powerful Lianshi. Normally she hibernates in the Midden, but the recent influx of dead mortals has driven her to feed. It will only be a matter of time before she further corrupts the Midden with her presence. For the House's sake, she must be put down. Make haste.
で、新しいクエスト、狩り。まあ、このまま行けと。そんな感じか。で、この長い話の間に、そうか、やっぱりあいつ消えちゃったんだな。時間は絶対かもしんないな、これ。なんだ、この中で狩りをしろっていうのか。ああ、そう。じゃあ行きましょうか。あ、上見てこなかった。失敗した。なんかあったかもしんねえな、今。まあいいや。さあ、じゃあ地下ばっかり行きますか。すんげえ地形どころにお前が来ちゃってどうするの。さあ、早めにこいつだけは倒したい。倒されてるか。これを助けるのか。死体を探すのか。そうか。戦いに負けて。そっか。その君たちを回収か。遠いな。いやー、やたらと落ちてんね。でもこれはなんかまた別の死体のような気がするな。 あそこの落ちてる死体のところ行くまでにすげえ時間かかりそうだけど。あった。違った。やっと2体目かよ。なんか落ちてんな、ここも。なんでこんなに死体ボロボロボロボロ落ちてんの？あと奥地か。これはどうだろう。こっちからのが近いかな。まあ出だしに全部飛べるようにしとくとこういう時便利だよね。これってどういうルートで行く？結局何？下回んなきゃダメ？なんだよ。
And so another mortal approaches,
何？
even as this one's blood has
これイベントだ
yet
な。
to dry. But my desire to extinguish mortal life has yet to be satiated. Come, you seem a warrior. Why not fight me? Excellent. I hope you provide more of a challenge than this pathetic
なんか
wretch
戦いっ
did.
ぽいな。やっぱりあいつやばい、降りてきちゃったっていうか。いや飛ぶとダメなのか、もしかして。
Enough of this farce. I have fought more than enough mortals on your terms, on your ground. Let us see if you are as powerful in my domain. We will finish this fight
会
in
話
my
の時ぐらいはこのバリア
hollow
外れてほしいな。
The magics of the midden run strong in that place. I will be unbeatable.
そうか、話が長いからさ
You did it.
消えちゃうんだ。
What no one else has done.
召喚獣
You actually bested that monster.
で、これもイベントだね。
It is much to ask, but none in our camp have been able to stand against him. You must answer his challenge. Fight him again. Kill him for the sake of our mission. We don't know. He's not to Arthur, but he damn near fights like one. He's been coming here, dueling us one by one. There's some sick point he means to prove by gutting us. And those he doesn't kill outright are dragged back into the midden with him. Please, we're scouts, not seasoned fighters. We can't complete our mission if this headsman continues picking us off. Thank the gods. If he called you to Tyne Hill, then that means you'll have to fight him there. But be warned, this Fae uses magics we haven't seen before. It's like he's feeding on the energies of this place. Or worse, there are those that fall to the headsman, but then there are others, prisoners. What he does with them in Tyne Hill, no one knows. He's in Tyne Hill. It's a hollow, somewhere in the midden, I think. But he's only been coming here recently. I cannot tell for certain. We weren't very many, but we were sent by the Alpha Command, ostensibly to make sure the Tuatha didn't have any positions out here. But there was another purpose. We were to try and find a way to give the bodies of our men a proper burial. I hate that damn thing. The Tuatha are using it to lord our own dead over us. I aim to do something about it. He's a Winter Fae. We do not know his name. He comes and butchers one of us, and makes the rest watch. Calls it justice. We don't know why. He just picks one of us, gives them a blade, and cuts them down. Alpha or human, fighter or no. Suppose I'm the only one that still holds rank around here anymore. My brother Gilman was leading us, but... Cluracan has its dark places, but the midden, it's hard to even stand here. I don't know how you make it look so easy. But we've been sent here for a reason, and we'll stay until we see it through. Find the headsman. Bring him.
さて、区切りも良さそうなんでね、今回はここまでということで、よかったらまた次回も見に来てください。チャンネル登録、そして良ければいいねボタンの方もぜひよろしくお願いします。それじゃあ、また会おうぜ。